Roswita Arya Putri.
Present, Miss.
Firsa Anandita sudah. Putu. Next, Queen Yazodara Fiarta. Okay, there you go. Hello. Next, Azahra Firdaus. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Putu Ainia Putri Kadea.
Present, Miss.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Next, Igede Ananda Devdan Praba Kesawa.
Present, Miss.
Hello Devdan.
Hello.
Thank you. Next, Made Anindya Maheswari.
Miss.
Made Anindya. Okay, there you go. Hello Anindya. Thank you. Next, Bujangga Ayu Felsia Aldearani. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Next, Putu Ayu Indira Puspa Amararatna. Felsia Aldearani. Yeah. Putu Ayu. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Indira Amararatna. Puspa Amararatna. Oh, Putu Rahela sudah masuk. Thank you Rahela. Putu Ayu. Oke, belum ini ya. Oh, Indira. Ada Indira Parantai. Oke, next we skip ya. Saila Zevanya BR Sinambela.
Hadir, Miss.
Oke, next we skip ya. Zevanya, hello.
Hadir, Miss.
Saila Zevanya BR Sinambela. Ya, masuk. Next, Jocelyn Angelika Wijaya.
Hadir, Miss.
Ya sudah.
Oh, kita sudah. Jocelyn. Oke. Ya, next. Halo Jocelyn. Angelia Ramadhani. Angelia Ramadhani. Ya, there you go. Hello Angel. Next, Putu Egi Firliana Giri. Angelia Ramadhani. Ya. Hello. Angelia Ramadhani. Ya. Naomi Kailan Audrelia Sandi. There you go Naomi. Hai. Next, Kadek Dwi Wulandari.
Sekarang ya.
Naomi Kailandari. Kadek Dwi Wulandari.
Ya, bilang.
Next, Kadek Indira Paramita. Ya, 22. Hai Indira. Next, Tian Dema Putri. Putu Tian Dema Putri. 22. Hai Indira. Next. Oke, oi bapaknya. Ya. Om Swastiastu, good morning.
Swastiastu, good morning.
Putu Devi
Belum datang.
Suryani.
Not yet come,
Ya,
please.
oke.
Yes, wait 40
Kemudian
minutes.
Made Erina Maharani.
Swastiastu, good morning. Not yet come.
Itu juga. Oke,
Yes, wait.
Bapak. Oke, thank
Yes.
you. Next, Made Sasmita Giantara.
Yes, Miss.
Ya, hello Sasmita, good morning.
Morning.
Next, Ida Ayu Putu Jessica Keswardani. Oh, there you go.
Yes, Miss.
Sudah hadir ya. Next, Kade Ayu Karunia Dewi. Kade Ayu Karunia Dewi. Oke, ini sudah. Ya, oke. Good morning. Baik ya. Tinggal lagi satu nih belum hadir. Putu Ayu Indira Puspa Amararatna. Ya, oke. Good morning. Baik ya. Tinggal lagi satu nih. Baik, kita sudah mengecek absen ya, daftar hadir. Sekarang kita akan mengikuti acara pembukaan sebentar saja, and then after that we directly go to the main event. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ya, kita mulai ya sekarang ya.
Baju sekolahnya ya.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Jessica is not yet called.
Baju sekolahnya ya.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me.
Cek 1 2 3.
Jessica number 27. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me.
Cek 1 2 3.
Jessica number 27.
Sekarang SMP Negeri.
Jessica number 27.
Tapi ini sudah mati ya Pak.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Om Swastiastu. Welcome to SMP Negeri 4 Singaraja. Today, as what has been scheduled, we are going to have our storytelling contest in elementary school level in Buleleng region. Before we are heading to the main event of the day, please welcome the opening speech of the headmaster of SMP Negeri 4 Singaraja. To Mr. Budi Astana, time is yours. Please welcome the opening speech of the headmaster of
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, honorable judges, and all the participants this competition storytelling at SMP Negeri 4 Singaraja. The competition, storytelling competition, is celebrate of our school anniversary, 43rd anniversary. And thank you so much for all the participants. Anak-anakku sekalian, jadi untuk ulang tahun SMP Negeri 4 Singaraja ke-43 ini salah satu lomba yang kita selenggarakan itu adalah storytelling contest, dan itu Bapak sangat bangga kepada kalian semua. Sebagaimana kita ketahui bersama bahwasanya langkah awal untuk masuki persaingan di era global itu paling tidak kita mesti menguasai bahasa asing, utamanya adalah bahasa internasional kita, bahasa Inggris. Dan kalian semua, Bapak merasa bangga kalian sudah satu langkah di depan ya dari yang lainnya, karena kalian sudah berani untuk tampil dalam bahasa Inggris. Ya, Dewan Juri yang hormati, terima kasih. Thank you so much for all honorable judges for coming, for willingness this competition. And tidak banyak yang dapat saya sampaikan selain selamat berlomba, selamat berjuang untuk semua anak-anakku. Good luck for everyone, for all the participants. Dan apapun nanti hasilnya, itu kalian sudah berbuat yang terbaik, dan kalian semua yang ada di sini, all the participants is the best. Yeah, you are the best to join our competition, storytelling competition. Mudah-mudahan nanti ke depan tetap kita akan pertahankan tradisi ini ya. Kemudian mungkin juga bisa ditambahkan nanti dengan lomba-lomba yang lain, tentunya dengan berbasis bahasa Inggris, bisa dalam bentuk drama, selain dalam bentuk storytelling mungkin bentuk drama atau dan lain-lainnya, yang tentunya kita mempertimbangkan segala hal yang memungkinkan. Terima kasih sekali lagi, dan anak-anakku sekalian semuanya, selamat berjuang, selamat berlomba. Good luck. Apapun hasilnya, kalian semua adalah anak-anak yang terbaik. Thank you very much. And once again, good luck for everyone, for all the participants. Thank you. Thank you very much. And once again, good luck for everyone.
Okay, that was the opening speech of the headmaster of SMP Negeri 4 Singaraja. Now, please allow us to introduce our judges for today. That was the opening speech of the first judge is Mr. Iputu Murah Wage Miartawan, SPD MPD.
The second judge is Mr. Iputu Adi Krishna Juniarta, SPD MPD.
The third judge is Mrs. Dewi Aryani, SPD MPD.
Ladies and gentlemen, and our beloved participants, now let us start our contest for today. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? And our beloved participants.
Are you ready?
Ready, guys?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, ready, guys?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Please wait a moment. Please wait a moment. Now we will start with participant number 1. Participant number 1, are you ready? Untuk Are you ready? Participant number one.
Ready?
Okay, let's start.
Is yours.
Are you ready?
Om Swastiastu. Ready? Hello.
Okay.
How are you doing? Well, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Putu Kaila Retinayatama, and I'm from NBBS. Today, I want to tell you a story named The Wind and the Sun. Please enjoy. One morning, with clear skies, the sun and the wind were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and the most effective weather on Earth. Then the boss wind declared, "Hi, sun. Do you know that I'm the most strongest and effective weather on Earth? When things get really hot, everybody need me. And when I give only a little of my energy, all the things in Earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." Sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all weather on Earth are equally strong and effective. I can make a river dry on Earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood. So it's not you that have power." And then the wind replied, "No way, son. I'm still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow in my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact." Wind and the sun keep arguing about who was the strongest and the most effective weather on Earth. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all weather are effective and useful for people on Earth. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show who the strongest weather was. Just then, the wind saw a man walking through the field. And then the wind said, "See that man? Whoever can make him take off his jacket wins." "All right, if that's what you want," the sun agreed. After that, the wind started to blow as hard as he could. Huh? That's strange. Why is the wind so strong today? The man held onto his jacket tightly. The wind tried to blow harder. But the harder the wind blew, the tighter the man held onto his jacket. "It's getting colder," said the man. Meanwhile, the wind got tired. "Oh, I'm too tired. Blowing more." The wind has failed, and he had managed to cause a great deal of chaos that swept across the lands below. Next, it was the turn of the sun. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to that man." So the sun shined brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. "Huh? Why is it suddenly so hot? Oh, it's too hot." The man started to undo one button, another, then another. "Oh, it's too hot. Oh." But it was still too hot. So the man took off his jacket and threw it aside. "See that wind? You just embarrassed yourself by trying to show off." Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun had won the competition. "Huh? No, I cannot believe it. You can't beat me, son. No. Well, Win, you have seen it before. It's a proof that you're not the best. But no worry. As I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. Each of us does an important job. The wind thought of the sun's word. He started to understand that what the sun said was right. Yes, son, you're right. Now I understand. Everyone is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. It is important not to think that you're better than anybody else. Sorry for my rude behavior, son. Well, guys, too. It's okay, Rin. It's good if you understand it. Now, we have to work as a team so that you make the strength of those around you. Well, audience, finally, the sun and the wind can get along together. All the weather work in harmony, each doing the task best suited to them, each appreciating the work of the other. So, that's all for my story. I hope you enjoy and have a nice day. Thank you and bye.
That was the performance from participant number 1. Next, please welcome participant number 2. Participant number 2, time is yours. Putu Rachela Apenia Santosa,
Yes.
please.
Okay. Hello. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Okay. Today, I'm going to tell you a wonderful story. Before I tell you that, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Putu Rakela Apenia Santosa. People call me Rakela. I am in grade 6 of MBBS. Now I'm going to tell you the story. It's about the wind and the sun. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, in a clear sky morning, the wind and sun were having a talk about who is the strongest and most effective weather on earth. They kept on talking. The wind said that, "Hey, sun, I am the most strongest and most effective weather on earth. Because I am the one that can destroy all of the humans down there. If I give up a little of my energy, everything on this earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all weathers are effective and strong. I can cause a severe drought if I want to. And rain can cause a huge flood too. So it's not only you that have a power." The wind replied, "No, sun, can't you see? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and sun kept on arguing. The wind kept telling that he was the strongest and most effective on earth. Meanwhile, on the other hand, the sun kept telling that all weathers are effective and strong. Losing temper, the wind challenged sun to a competition. It is to see who is the strongest weather on earth. The wind said, "Sun, whoever can take those people down there to take off their clothes will win the competition." The sun agreed. It was the wind's turn. "Okay, sun, watch and learn. You're gonna see me destroy all of the creatures down there." The wind blew and blew, creating a light breeze and massive gales that swept across the lands. After minutes of blowing, the wind managed to create a great deal of chaos, but the wind didn't manage to make those people down there take off their clothes. They held on tight to it. Next, it was the sun's turn. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes, because I'm going to do something amazing." The sun shone in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth. Everyone starts to get hot. Everyone starts to take their clothes, their jacket, their shoes, and their socks. Seeing this, the wind gets angrier and angrier. He could not believe that Sun had won the competition and proven himself that he was the strongest and most effective on earth. The wind said, "No, no, you, no, you won? No way, this can't happen. I can't believe it." The sun replied, "Well, wind, you have seen it before. This is proof that you are not the best. No worries. I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. And I told you, every one of us does an important job." The wind thought of Sun's word and finally realized that the thing that Sun said was right. The wind apologized. "I'm so sorry, Sun. Now I understand that all of us are different, and it is important to not think that you are the best among the others. All of us have our own unique roles and contribution to the world. Sorry for my rude behavior again, Sun." The sun replied, "Well, wind, no problem. Now we can work as a team, and I'm glad that you finally understand it." The weathers worked in harmony. The wind and sun finally got along with each other. And now, every weather do their task best suited to them, and each appreciating the work of others. Thank you. That's all for me. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, participant number 2, thank you for your perform. Next, we invite participant number 3. Participant number 3, Putu Harmonia Tania Putri. Are you ready? Okay. Participant number 3, Putu Harmonia Tania Putri. Time is yours.
Hello, my honorable judges and all of the audience. My name is Putu Harmonia Tania Putri. I'm number 3. Today, I want to tell you a story about the wind and the sun. Let's enjoy it. One day in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weathers. Then the bossful wind declared, "Hi, sun, you know that I am the strongest and most effective of all the weathers. When people feel hot, they will badly need. When I give a little of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all the weathers are actually strong and effective. I can make a silver drop on earth if I want. Then can cause a huge flood. So it's not only with a heavy power." The wind says, "No, I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blew with my superpower? Tornado, hurricane, everyone gets scared because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and the sun keep arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weathers. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all the weathers were effective and useful for all people in the world. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show who the strongest weather was. The sun agreed. The wind said, "Okay, sun, now you watch. Look how strong I am. You will see the chaos happen because of me." And so the wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze then massive gusts that swept across the lands below. Everyone gets cold. After the minute of blowing, the wind had managed to cause a great deal of chaos. Next, it was turn of the sun. Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to our creatures below there. The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. They removed their shoes, then their socks, then their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun had won the competition and proven himself to be the most effective of all the weathers. The wind said, "No, I cannot believe it. You can't beat me, sun." "No." The sun said, "Well, wind, as you can see, that both of us are useful. We still need each other. Each of us does an important job." The wind realized that was true. The wind replied, "Yes, son, now I understand. Everyone is having unique role and contribution to the world. Sorry for my bad, son." The sun replied, "No problem, brother. It's good if you understand it. Now we have to work as a team so that you might make the most of the strength those around you." Well, audience, finally the wind and the sun can get along together. All the weathers work in harmony, each of them doing their job and respect each other. That's all about my story. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Okay, thank you so much. What an amazing performance from participant number 3. Next, please welcome participant number 4. Ide Ayu Putudia Sachi Ananda. For participant number 4, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Hello,
For
everyone.
participant number 4, the stage is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Ide Putu Dasachi Ananda. Today I want to tell about the legend of Singaraja. Sri Sagening was the king of Kungkung Kingdom, Bali. He had a lot of wives. His last wife was Nilo Pasa. She was the most beautiful wife, and then Mother the Osra wife were jealous to her. They often told bad things about Nilo Pasa to the king. Sandy the king was in fusion, and one day he finally had Nilo Pasa to leave the place. The king said, "Hey Nilo Pasa, you are a good woman. I have given you everything but how content you get on me." She begged for more depression when she could know that she was pregnant. "I have really dysfunction. Now go, leave the place." Nilo Pasa was very sad. Nilo Pasa replied, but I think you don't have to. I will not listen to you." Then the king said, "Stop talking, Lopasa. I will not listen to you more. Now go away." Nilopasa was very sad. She has no other choice. She has no other choice. "I have ruled but woman. I have really given you everything. I think Ida Ratu. I am really loyal to you. Now go away." Nilopasa was very sad. After a long and trying journey, finally, Nilo Pasa arrived at a village. Nilo Pasa village. Looking was even more depressed. Old man felt very sorry with her condition. His name Jantik Bogor. Had supernatural power and had led a married Nilo Pasa, and when the baby was born, Jantik Bogor, and then Igusti Gede. He loved Igusti Gede, Jantik his own son. It was told that Igusti Gede was a strong man. He also mastered a lot of skills as natural art and supernatural power. His stepfather taught him the skills on day his scared him to go jungle in the hill gigantic Bogor. It was the place when your mother was born. It's you are success to find a place you can get supernatural power. Yes, father, I will do what you say. Gusti Gede before the leave. His stepfather gave 2 weapons, a spear and here is a with double belt. Gusti Gede took it, he'll go downhill hill, and melt with a whistling spirit of jungle Besham evermore. You will bet the king. Go to then have a wear. Igusti Gede went supernatural his journey with string number but 10 you. It was there was a ship some frogs. Igusti Gede scared to take pull the etching. After a lapse the skins. How Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. Then he'll feelings their people came back. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. Home son Sukasada a kingdom. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti he'll open go away. Bigger and a besom a kingdom. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti before a bad had named the king and Sukasada. Son Sukasada besom and a kingdom. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. He also bought a great place. The king kingdom, people and had at Raja Mantrin. With her power, Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti was more bad people. When the king Buleleng kingdom and serve and premier. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti after sleeping, people Pandi the ship. For the bag, the people man a ship a jump. In the sea, the owner was a burger train. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti after helping and dusky Igusti. Number kingdom there's a more see also. But a great plenty and this kingdom people name is Singaraja. Raja Mother King. With her poor Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. Home is always mourn people with her was the king. A ship just like today. The owner was very heaven was a Gusti Gede Pandi Sakti. It was Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. Son Sukasada Besan Kingdom. Igusti Gede Pandi Sakti. He opened up also, but thank you.
For participant number 5, I'm sorry, but time is up. Oh, wait, number 4, sorry.
Okay.
Time is up. Next, we invite participant number 5.
For participant number 5, Murah Ayu Indah Puspitasari. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. For participant number 5, time is yours.
Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Nurhaina Puspidas. I'm contestant from SMP Negeri Banjar. Today, I want to tell you a nice story. The story comes from Bali. The title is The Legend of Singaraja. Listen please. The Legend of Singaraja. Sri Saganing was the king of Kelungkung Kingdom Bali. He had a lot of wives and his last wife was Niloh. She most beautiful wife and this made other wives jealous too. They often told bad things about Niloh Pasar to the king. Sadly, the king was in France and one day he finally asked Niloh Pasar to leave this village. The king said, "Hey Niloh Pasar, you are a really bad woman. I haven't really given anything to you, but how you come there cheat on me? I'm so disappointed to you. Now you go, leave this village." Niloh Pasar replied, but I didn't do anything from either of you. I'm so loyal to you. Then the king said, "Stop talking, Niloh Pasar. I will not listen to you anymore. Now you go away." Niloh Pasar was so sad, but she had no other choice. She became depressed when she knew she was pregnant. After a long and tiring journey, Niloh Pasar arrived at a village. Luckily, there was an old man from her condition. His name is Jelantik Bogor. He was a holy man and had supernatural power. At last, Jelantik Bogor married Niloh Pasar. And when the baby was born, Jelantik Bogor gave him name as Gusti Gede. He loved Gusti Gede just like his own son. It was told Gusti Gede was a strong man. He also mastered a lot of skills such as martial art and supernatural power. His stepfather taught him the skill. One day, his stepfather asked him to go to the jungle and then kill. Jelantik Bogor said, "My son Gusti Gede, it was your time now to go to the jungle and get me. And there was the place where your mother was born. If you're successful to find this place, you can get supernatural power." "Yes, father, I will do what you say," said Gusti Gede. Before he left, his stepfather taught him 2 weapons. It's a keris and a spire. It's a traditional wavy double-bladed dagger. Gusti Gede took it. He went to go to the jungle and meditated. While he was meditating, the spirit of the jungle came to him. The spirit of the jungle spoke to him. "You will be a great king. Now you go to Panumbangan Beach and help the people here." Gusti Gede continued his journey and went to go to the jungle to Panumbangan Beach. While he arrived at Panumbangan Beach, there was an incident. There was the ship from Bugis sinking at the beach. The people here was tired, but they didn't succeed to help. Seeing this, Gusti Gede went to help. Gusti Gede asked the people here to stay away from the sinking ships. Gusti Gede took out his weapons, and suddenly 2 big spirits came out of the spire and a keris. Gusti Gede asked the spirit to pull the sinking ships. "My Lord, the Holy Spirit, please help the people here. Pull the ship back to sea." In just a minute, the ship back to sea. The people here can't see the spirit. They just see Gusti Gede moving his hand. The owner was very happy, and as a reward, He gives some of his wealth to Igusti Gede. People here was amazed and they named Igusti Gede as Igusti Panji Sakti. Igusti Panji Sakti want to back to the jungle Indian hill. He want to build a village. People came one by one. And slowly, the village getting bigger and became a kingdom. And Igusti Panji Sakti became the king. The kingdom named Igusti Panji Sakti named the kingdom as Sukasada. Soon, Sukasada getting bigger a kingdom. Igusti Panji Sakti want to build another kingdom. He opened a new area. Its area full of Buleleng trees. And Igusti Panji Sakti named its kingdom as Buleleng Kingdom. He also built a great place at here. And therefore named its place as Singaraja. Singa means a lion and Raja means the king. With his power, Igusti Panji Sakti was like a lion. While he was the king, Singaraja was safe and prosperous. Igusti Panji Sakti protected his people from bad people. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Thank you for participant number 5. Next, we invite participant number 6, Desa Putu Firsa Anandika. Participant number 6, are you ready? For participant number 6, are you ready? Desa Putu Firsa Anandika.
Hello, I'm ready.
Okay. Thank you so much. Time is yours.
On a sunny day, I'm happy. On a windy day, I'm happy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Desa Putu Firsa Anandita. I'm from SD Negeri 3 Banjar Jawa, Singaraja. How are you today? I hope you have a great day today. Today, I would like to tell you the story with the title, The Wind and the Sun. Please enjoy it. One day, in the clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They are busy talking about who was the strongest and the most effective fighter on the earth. Then, the boastful wind declared, "Hi, sun, you know that I am the strongest and the most effective of all the weathers. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. And I give out even only a little of my energy. All the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all the weather are equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought on earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood. So it's not only you that have a power." Then the wind replied, "No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what will happen when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact, son." The wind and the sun keep arguing about who the strongest wither was. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all the withers are equally strong and effective. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show who the strongest winter was. The sun agreed. The wind said, well, sun, now you look how strong I am. See, the chaos happened because of me. The wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a massive gale that swept across the lands below there. After minutes of blowing, he had managed to cause a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. Well, wind, I have to see how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. Look what can I do to all creatures below there. And so the sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, shining up the earth until the people began to take off their
Recording
clothes.
in progress.
Then the people removed their socks, their shoes, then their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun won the competition and proven himself to be the most effective fighter. The wind said, no way, sun, no way, I am still the strongest. You can't beat me, I am still the strongest. Sun said, well, wind, you have said before, it's a proof that you are not the best. But don't worry, as I told you, every one of us is useful. Each of us does an important job. The wind taught the sun words. He started to understand that what the sun said was right. Then the wind said, yes, sun, you are right. Now I understand. Every one of us is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. So sorry for my rude behavior, son. Sun replied, okay, don't worry. It's good if you understand it. Now we need to work as a team. Wind. Well, audience, finally the sun and the wind get along together. All the weathers are working in harmony. That's all of the story with the title, The Wind and the Sun. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you for your performance, Desa Putu Hirsa Anandita. Yeah. Next, we invite participant number 7, Desa Putu Lia Patricia. Are you ready? For participant number 7, Desa Putu Lia Patricia. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Participant number 7, Desa Putu Lia Patricia. Time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Desa Putulia Patricia, a contestant from SDN 3 Banjar Jawa. Today, I want to tell you a nice story. The title is The Wind and the Sun. So, listen please. The Wind and the Sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective of all the waters. Now, the first moving said, hey son, you know that I am the strongest and most effective of all the brothers. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. In the middle of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me. The wind, the sun replied calmly. Well, wind, our brothers are equally strong and effective. I can make a super dog if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood.
So it's not only you that have the power. No way, son. I'm still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scared because of me. You cannot deny the fact. The wind and the sun kept arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weather. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all the weather were equally strong and effective. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weather. The sun agreed. The wind said, No, you what, son? Look how strong I am. You will see the ghost of happiness because of me. The wind blow and blow you from the earth with your light breeze, and the massive blast that swept the first land's blow. After minutes of blowing, the wind had managed a great deal of ghosts. Next, it was the turn of the sun. The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. They removed their shoes, their socks, then their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew up very angry. No, I cannot believe it. You can't get me, son. No. The wind replied. The sun replied, Well, wind, you have seen it before. It will prove that you are not the best. But don't worry. As I told you, everyone of yours is useful. The wind told the sun's words. He started to understand that all the weathers are equally strong and effective. The wind said, Yes, son, you are right. Now I understand. Everybody is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. No problem, brother. It's still if you understand it. Now we have to work as a team. As a team. Well, audiences, the wind and the sun can get along together. Well, that's all my story. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for participant number 7.
That was the performance from participant number 7. Now, for participant number 8, Putu Roswita Arya Putri. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start.
Hello, everyone. My name is Putu Roswita Arya Putri. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about the wind and the sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were talking about who was the strongest and most effective weather on Earth. Then, suddenly, the boastful wind came and declared, Hey, sun, you know that I am the strongest, right? When people feel hot, they would badly need me. When I give out only a little bit of my energy, everything on Earth gets blown away. Everyone is scared of me. Then the sun replied calmly, Well, wind, I think everyone is equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought on Earth if I want. And spring can cause a huge flood. So it's not only you that is strong and all. The wind said, "What? No, no way! I am the strongest, son. Haven't you seen my superpowers? The tornado, the hurricanes, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny that fact." They both kept arguing to see who was the strongest. They both kept arguing and arguing. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. And the sun, on the other hand, kept on telling that everyone was equally strong and effective. Finally, losing his temper, the wind challenged the sun to see who was the strongest amongst us all. He then looked at the man alone on earth. "Hey, son, there, that man. If one of us managed to take off his jacket, that person wins." The sun agreed to this challenge. "All right then, Wind. I accept your challenge." First, it was going to be the wind's turn. He blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze turning into massive gales that swept across the lands. The man below tugged himself tightly. He felt so cold and chilly. He hugged tightly in order to suppress the cold that he was feeling. Next, it was the sun's turn. "Wow, Wind, that was impressive. Well, it's my turn now, and you'll see how strong I am." Then the sun shone so brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up everyone below on earth. The man felt so hot by the sudden change of weather. He began to unbutton one by one, but he still felt so hot. He took off his jacket and threw it away. Seeing that, the wind grew very, very angry. He couldn't believe that the sun had won the competition. The wind said, "What? There is no way, son. How can you beat me? Ugh, I can't believe this." The sun replied back, "Well, haven't you seen it yourself? It is proof that you are not the strongest amongst us all. But no worries, as I told you before, there cannot be one of us without the other." Now the wind thought the sun's words. He slowly began to realize what the sun said was correct. He then began apologizing to the sun. "Hey, sun, now, after what you said, I realize now that everyone has its unique role and contribution to the world. I'm so sorry for my rude behavior. Would you please forgive me?" The sun replied back, "Of course, brother. As long as you realize it, everyone is strong and effective. We can make most of these strengths around us and work together." And that, audience, is how the sun and the wind got along together, taking the task of the role suited to them the best. The other supporting and respecting the other as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you for appreciating this. The end. Okay, thank you for participant number 8, Putu Roswita Arya Putri. Thank you for your performance. Next, participant number 9, Queen Yasodara Biata. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Participant number 9, time is yours.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Today I, Queen Yasodara Fiata from MBBS Pandi Singaraja, will be telling you a story called The Wind and the Sun. Have you ever heard of the story called The Wind and the Sun? Well, let me tell you about it. One day in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective weather. Then the boastful wind declared, "Hi, son, I'm the strongest and most effective weather of all. When it is hot, people will badly need me. When I give out only a little bit of my power, all the things on earth get blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all the weathers are equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought on earth if I want to. Rain can cause a huge flood, so it's not only you that has that power." The wind said, "No way, son, I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything that gets scattered because of me. You can't deny the fact." The wind and the sun kept arguing about who was the strongest and most effective weather. The wind kept saying that he was the strongest and most effective weather. On the other hand, the sun kept saying that all the weathers are equally strong and effective. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and had decided to challenge the sun to compete to see who is the strongest and most effective weather. The sun agreed. The wind said, "Okay, sun, now you watch. Look how strong I am. Look at the chaos that I can cause." So the wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze and massive gales that swept across the land. After minutes of blowing, the wind had managed to create a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. The sun said, "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now look what I can do to all the creatures down there." The sun shone brightly in the sky, heating up all the people on earth. The people began to take off their clothes, their shoes, their socks, their jackets, and everything else. Seeing this, the wind grew furious. He could not believe that the sun had beaten him and proven himself to be the strongest and most effective weather. The wind said, "No, no way, sun. You can't beat me. I can't believe it." The sun said, "Well, wind, you have seen it yourself. It's a proof that you are not the strongest. But don't worry, as I said before, each of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. Each of us does an important job." The wind thought of the sun's words. He finally understood that what the sun said was right. The wind said, "Yes, sun, you are right. Now I understand. Each and every one of us has a unique role and contribution to the world. So it is not important to think if you're better than anyone else. Sorry for my rude behavior, sun." The sun said, "It's okay, wind. It's good if you understand. Now we need to work together to get stronger." Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wind and the sun got along together. All the weathers began to work in harmony, each appreciating and doing the task best suited for them. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the story of the wind and the sun. The moral of the story is everyone has a unique role and contribution to the world. So please do not think if you're better than anyone else. Thank you.
Thank you for your
What a performance from participant number 9. Next, please welcome participant number 10, Azara Firdaus. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and all of my dear friends. My name is Azara Firdaus from Mid Moratila Primary School. In this great occasion, I will tell a story about the Legend of Singaraja. I hope you enjoyed it. Sri Saganing was the king of Kungkung Kingdom, Bali. He had a lot of wives. His last wife
was Nilopasa. Nilopasa was the most beautiful wife. Aduh. The most beautiful wife. So the other wives were jealous to her. They often told a bad thing about Nilopasa to the king. Silently, the king was influenced until one day the king asked Nilopasa to leave the palace. Nilopasa, you are a very bad woman. I have given everything to you, but how come that you cheat on me? But I didn't do anything to you, Ida Ratu. Please believe me. I am loyal to you. I don't want to listen to you anymore. Now, you go away. Stay away from this palace. Nilopasa then left the palace. She became even more depressed after she knew that she was pregnant. After a tiring journey, finally, Nilopasa arrived at the village. Luckily, there was an old man who was very sorry about her condition. His name was Jelantik Bogor. He is a holy man and had supernatural powers. He married Nilopasa Erol. After the baby was born, he named the baby as Gusti Gede. He loved Gusti Gede just like his own son. Gusti Gede then grew up as a strong man. He had a supernatural skills and martial art just like his stepfather did. One day, his stepfather told him to go to the jungle of Dan Hill. My son, it was the time that you must go to the jungle of Dan Hill. If you succeed to find this place, you will get more supernatural powers. Yes, father, I will do it for you. Gusti Gede then went to the jungle of Dan Hill and meditated. While he was meditating, a jungle spirit came after him. You will be a great king. Go to Panubang Beach. Help the people there. Immediately, Gusti Gede then went to the jungle of Dan Hill. Panubang Beach, sorry. Arrived at Panubang Beach, there was an incident. A big ship sinking near the seashore. People there was trying to help, but they couldn't make it. Seeing this incident, Gusti Gede wanted to help. He asked the people to stay away from the ship. Before Gusti Gede left, his stepfather gave him two weapons. It was a spear and cutlass. Then he started to take out his spear and cutlass and started to pray. While he was praying, the jungle spirit came after him. Two big spirits came after the weapons. So, Gusti Gede asked the spirit to pull the ship back to the sea. In just a minute, the ship just back to the sea. The owner was very happy. As a reward, he gave Gusti Gede wealth. After helping the sinking boat, Gusti Gede went back to the jungle of Dan Bukit. He started to make a village there. People came one by one. The village was getting bigger and bigger and became a kingdom. Suddenly, Gusti Gede became king. So he named the kingdom as Sukesada. Soon, Sukesada became a big kingdom. He planned to make another kingdom. He opened a new area and it was full of Buleleng plant. Therefore, he named it as Buleleng Kingdom. He built a great palace in this kingdom too. People call it as Singaraja. Singa means lion. Raja means king. With his power, Gusti Gede, just like a lion, protected his people from the enemies. While he was a king, Singaraja was safe and prosperous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, the moral value of the story is a good deed always bring a good result. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for participant number 10. Next, it's time for participant number 11. Putu Ainia Putri Kadea.
Yeah.
Okay. For participant number 11, time is yours.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope you're all in a good situation. So, today I'm going to tell you a story. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Ainia Putri Kadea. You can call me Ainia for short. So, stay cold, the wind, and the sun. One day in a clear sky morning, the moon and the sun were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and the most effective weather on Earth. Then the boastful wind declared, "Hey, sun, you know that I am the strongest and the most effective of all the weathers. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. When I give out even only a little of my energy, all the things on Earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think all the weathers are equally strong and effective. I can make a silver drop on Earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood. So it's not only you that have a power." The wind said, "No way, son. I'm still the strongest. Don't you see when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered. It's because of me. You cannot deny the fact, son." The wind and the sun keep arguing about who is the strongest and the most effective weather on Earth. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show who was the strongest weather was. The sun agreed. The wind said, "Okay, sun, now you won. Look how strong I am. You will see the chaos happen because of me." So the wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze, then a massive gale that swept across the land below. Everyone kept cold. After a minute of blowing, the wind had caused a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. The sun said, "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to all creatures below there." So the sun shone brightly in a clear blue sky, hitting up the earth until it started with a little smoke in the forest. But soon it turned into a big, great fire that burned down all the trees in the forest. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. She could not believe that sun had won it. The wind said, "No, I cannot believe it. You cannot beat me, sun." So the sun said, "You see, wind, it's a proof that you are not the best. But don't worry, as I told you, everyone of us is useful." "You're right, son." Finally, the wind admitted that the sun said was right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it was a beautiful story of the wind and the sun. We can learn two things from the story. First, don't be boastful and rude like wind. It's not a good attitude. Second, don't never think that you are better than anybody else. Every one of us has a unique role and contribution to the world. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. See you later.
Okay. What a nice performance from participant number 11. Next, please welcome participant number 12. Igede Ananda Devdan Prabhakasawa. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Wait.
Participant number 12, please begin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Igede Ananda Devdan Prabhakasawa. I am a student from North Bali Bilingual School. Today, in this opportunity, I would like to tell you the story of the wind and the sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the wind and the sun were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and the most effective weather. Then the boastful wind declared, "Hi, sun, you know that I'm the strongest and most effective weather. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. When I give out even a little of my energy, all the things in earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." Then the sun replied, "Well, wind, I think all the weathers are equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought if I want. Rain can make a huge flood. So it's not only you that have the power." Then the wind said, No, sun, I'm still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow with my superpowers? The tornadoes, the hurricanes, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and the sun kept arguing and arguing. The wind kept telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept telling that all the weathers were useful. Losing temper, the wind challenged the sun to compete to show who was the strongest and most effective weather. "Sun, I challenge you. Whoever can make the man take off his jacket wins." The sun said, "Okay, wind, I accept your challenge." It was the wind's turn. "Now, sun, look what I can do when I blow with my superpowers." The wind blew, creating a light breeze, then massive gales that swept across the lands below. The man got cold. So cold. The man held on his jacket tightly. So, after minutes of blowing, the wind cannot get the jacket off the man. Now it was the sun's turn. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do." So, the sun shone brightly in the sky, heating up the earth. So hot. Until the man can't handle it. The man began to take off his clothes. First, his jacket. I don't need a jacket. It's too hot. Then his socks. Then his shoes. The wind can't believe it. The sun had proven to be the strongest and the most effective weather. How? How can you beat me, sun? I'm stronger than you. But then the sun said, "Well, wind, I think this is proof that you're not the strongest. But no worry. As I told you, each one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. Each one of us does an important job." The wind thought of the sun's words. Now I understand. Then the wind said, "Sun, now I understand that everybody has a unique role and contribution to the world. we cannot think that we are better than anyone else. But now I'm sorry for my rude behavior. Please forgive me. Please. Okay, brother, I forgive you. And it's good if you understand. Now we have to work as a team. So you might make the most pranks of all those around you. So finally, audience, the wind and the sun worked in harmony, each doing the task best suited to them, each appreciating the other's work. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your performance. And now, we invite participant number 13, Made Anindya Maheswari. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, please start.
Hello, judges and my friend. I am Made Anindya Maheswari. Now I would like to tell you a story about the wind and the sun. One day in the clear sky morning, the wind and the sun were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weather. The wind said, "Hey sun, you know I am the strongest and most effective of all the weather. When people feel hard, they will need me. When I give up even only a little of my energy, all the things on earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun said. I think all the weather are equally strong and effective. I can make a server if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood, so it's not only you have the power. The wind said, "No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everyone gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and the sun keep arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weather. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all the weather are effective and useful for all the people on the world. Losing temper, the wind finally get angry and challenged the sun to the competition to show who was the strongest weatherist. The sun agreed. The wind said, "Okay, son, now watch and look how strong I am. You will see that can't happen because of me." The wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating light waves massive that fell across the land below. After a minute blowing, the wind had managed to cause a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to all creatures below there," said the sun. The sun shined brightly in clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes, they removed their shoes, their socks, then their jackets. After a minute blowing, seeing this, the wind had managed. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun had won the competition and proven himself to be the most effective of all the way. The wind said, "No, no, I cannot believe it. You cannot beat me. No." The sun replied, "Well, wind, you have seen it before. It is a proof that you're not the best. But don't worry, as I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be the one of us without the other. Each of does an important job. The wind replied, Yes, son, you're right. Now I understand everybody is different and has his unique role and contribution to the world. Sorry for my rude behavior, son. The son said, No problem, bro. It is good if you understand. Now we have to work as a team so that you might make the most of those around you. And finally, the wind and the sun can get along together and all the weather work in harmony. Okay, that's all the story. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for participant number 13. Now let's invite participant number 14. Ujanga Ayu Felsia Aldearani. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start.
Hello everyone. I'm from SD1 Sangset. Today I will tell you a story. The title is The Wind and the Sun. Attention please. One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective weather on the earth. Then, the boastful wind declared, Hi, sun, you know that I am the strongest and most effective weather on the earth. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. When I give out even only a little of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me. Ha ha ha! The sun replied calmly. Well, wind, I think our weather are equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought on the earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood, so it's not only you that have a power. The wind said, Oh, really? Let's bet on it. Just then, they saw a man walking through the field. The wind said, See that man? Whoever can make him take off his jacket wins. As soon as the wind said that, he started to blow as hard as he could. The man confused. That's strange. Why is the wind so strong today? The man held into his jacket tightly. The wind blew harder and harder. But the stronger the wind blew, the tighter the man held into his jacket. I'm too tired. I cannot blow anymore. As soon as the wind stopped, the sun came out. Okay, Dad, it's my turn now. What's this? And started to shine as bright as he could. The man feels so hot. Why it's suddenly so hot? Oh, it's too hot. The man started to undo one button. Then another. And another. But it was still too hot. So he took off his jacket and threw it aside. The sun said, Well, Wayne, you have seen it before. It's a proof that you are not the best. But don't worry. As I told you, every one of us is useful.
There cannot be one of us without the other. Each of us does an important job. The wind took off the sun's word. He started to understand what the sun said was right. The wind replied, "Yes, son, you are right. Now I understand everybody is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. It is important not to think that you are better than anybody else." "Sorry for my rude behavior, son." The son replied, "No problem, brother. It's good if you understand it. Now we have to work as a team so you can be useful for other people." Well, audience, finally the sun and the wind can get along together. All the weather working in harmony, each doing the task best suited to them, each appreciating the work of the other. Thank you everyone for listening to my story. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you for your performance. Thank you for your performance for participant number 14. And now it's time for participant number 15. Putu Ayu Indira Puspa Amara Ratna. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, time is yours. For participant number 15, please.
Hello, Legend. How are you today? I hope you're all in a good condition. My name is Putu Ayu Indira Puspa Amaratna, a student from North Valley Bilingual School. Today, I'm going to tell you a story titled The Golden Slug. In ancient times, lived a young man named Golden. He was respected because of his wealth and honor. His parents are noblemen who could live with luxury. However, he was very wasteful and every day he wasted the wealth of his parents. One day, his parents died, but he did not care and continued to spend money as well as before. Because of his life was so extravagant, all of that treasure was running out and he became an unemployed person. Many people sympathized with him and offered him a job. But every time he got a job, he'd become lazy and that would always make him tired. Several months later, there was a widow who caught his attention. The widow said, "Oh, young man, I'm falling in love with you. Would you like to be my husband? I have lots of wealth and money, so you don't need to work again." In his mind, Galaran thought, "I will do this if I marry this widow." And so, Galaran accepted the widow's request. And of course, Galaran is happy to live in luxury again. This widow had a daughter named Jambian, a beautiful girl who was famous because of her reading skills. Jambian is also a very diligent daughter. However, Galaran did not like the girl. The girl often scolded him because of his laziness. Finally, Galaran threatened to kill Jambian. And he revealed his plan to his wife. "I don't like your daughter. If you still want to be with me, you need to agree if I kill her." His wife replied, "Oh, my dear husband, why would you say so?" When Jambian heard the news, she was devastated. But she volunteered herself to get killed by her own father. "Mother, I don't want to see you cry. I don't want to leave you. Just put me down, but don't bury me alive," the Jambian to the mother. And of course, the mother fulfilled Jambian's request. And Jambian slowly turned into golden slugs. Several years later, there are two widows searching for firewood in the woods. They came across the golden slug, and one of them cheered. "Oh my God, it's like it's so beautiful. Let's take it home." Since that day on, a miracle started to happen. Every day, when the two widows come back home from work, there will be hot, steaming, delicious food waiting for them at the dinner table. They decided to start an investigation since it's quite suspicious. One day, they pretend to go to work and they peek through the window. The golden slug that they took home from the woods turned into a beautiful girl. And that girl happens to be Jambian, who got killed by her father several years ago. Both of the widows let Jambian stay, and Jambian got her things back. Jambian attracted a handsome prince, and they lived happily ever after. That's it for my story. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your performance.
What a nice performance. Thank you so much, participant number 15. Now, please welcome participant number 60. Chayla Zefania Bersinambela. Are you ready? For participant number 16? Are you ready? Okay, please begin.
Good morning, honorable judges. Good morning, all of the teacher and all of the students who are watching me right now. So today, I'm going to tell you a story about the Legend of Singaraja. Sri Saguni was the king of the Kelungkung Kingdom Bali. He had a lot of wives. His last wife was Nilu Pasir. She is the most beautiful wife and made the other wife was jealous. They often told anything bad about Nilu Pasir to the king. Sadly, the king was influenced and asked Nilu Pasir to leave the palace. "Hey, Nilu Pasir, you are a really bad woman. I've given you everything, but how came you cheating on me? I'm very disappointed. Now go, leave this place." Nilu Pasir went, But I didn't do anything, Ida Ratu. I'm very loyal to you." "No, stop talking, Nilu Pasir. I'm not gonna listening to you anymore. Now go. Go away." Nilu Pasir was very sad, but she had no choice. She even became more depressed when she knew she was pregnant. After a long time and a tiring journey, finally, Nilu Pasir arrived on a village. Luckily, there was an old man who felt very sorry with her condition. His name was Jelanti Bogor. Jelanti Bogor is a holy man with a supernatural power. At last, he married Nilu Pasir. 9 months later, the baby was born. The baby was named Igusti Gede. Jelanti Bogor loved Igusti Gede like his own son. It was told that Igusti Gede grew as a strong man. He mastered a lot of skills, such as martial art and a supernatural power. His stepfather taught him skills. One day, his stepfather asked him to go to the jungle of the den. Igusti Gede, my son, it's now your time to go to the jungle of the den. It was the place where your mother was born. If you succeed to find that place, you will have a supernatural power. Yes, father, I will do what you say. Before he left, his stepfather gave him 2 weapons: a spear and a noose. It's a traditional wavy double-bladed dagger. He took it and he went to go to the jungle of the dead. He was meditating. While he meditating, the spirit jungle came to him and spoke. You will become a great king. Now go to the Panumbangan beach and help people there. Then Igusti Gede continued his journey. He finally arrived at the Panumbangan beach. At the beach, there was an incident. A big ship from Bugis sinking at the beach. People at the beach tried to help, but they didn't succeed. Seeing this, Igusti Gede wanted to help. He asked the people at the beach to stay away from the sea. And then he prayed and took out his weapons. Suddenly, 2 big spirits came out from the spear and the cruise. He asked the spirit to pull the sinking ship back to the sea. My Lord, the Holy Spirit, please help these people here pull this sinking ship back to the sea. People at the beach cannot see the spirit, but they only see Igusti Gede moving his hands. The spirit slowly moving his hands. In just a minute, the ship is back to the sea. The owner was very happy. As the reward, he gave him his wealth. People were amazed with his power and named him as Gusti Panji Sakti. After helping the sinking ship, Igusti Panji Sakti went back to the den. He built a village. People came one by one. He protected the people from the bad. The village getting bigger and bigger and became a kingdom. Soon, he named the kingdom as Sukasada. Soon, Sukasada became a big kingdom. Igusti Panji Sakti planned to make another kingdom. He opened an area full of Buleleng. He named the kingdom as Buleleng Kingdom. He also built a great place. People named it Singaraja. Singa means lions and Raja means king. With his power, Igusti Panji Sakti, just like a lion, he protected the people from the bad people. While he was a king, he made sure the kingdom safe and prosperous. Thank you for the listening, the honorable judges, the teacher, and all of my friends. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Chayla Zefania BR Sinambela.
Okay, next, we invite participant number 17, Jocelyn Angelica Wijaya. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. For participant number 17, time is yours.
Apa namanya dirinim dulu ya? Halo?
Ya.
Namanya bisa dirinim dulu? Karena tadi tampil yang pertama, yang nomor 16. Minta izin rinim dulu ya.
Ya.
Jocelyn. Please wait a moment. Nomor berapa?
Okay, participant number 17, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, time is yours.
Good morning. And good morning, my friend. It is nice. I will tell you a nice story entitled The Wind and the Sun. One day, in the clear sky, the wind and the sun were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective weather on Earth. Then both one there. Hi, son. You know that I am the strongest and most effective of all weather. When people feel hot, they will bet you. When I give out even a little of my energy, all the things will be done to me. Everyone is scared of me. The sun, pretty, well, when I think all weather are equal strong and effective, I can make separate block. Rain can cause a huge flood, so it's not anywhere the top. You can say, no way, son, I am still the strongest. Don't you see what if when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny that fact. The wind and the sun keep arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of our weather. The wind keep on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun keep on telling that all the weather were effective and useful for all people in the world. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and turned the sun. The competitive show was the strongest weather. The sun would say, okay, son, now you watch me. Look how strong I am. You'll see the chest head of me. And so the wind blew and blew you on the earth. Cracking away, bees and rusty bells sweep across the land. Everyone gets food. After a minute of blowing, the wind had managed to cause a great deal of chaos. Next, it was a turn. Well, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to all created the world. The sun shone bright in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until people begin to take their clothes, their warmest shoes, their socks, and their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe if the sun had won competition and proven himself to be the most effective of all. Well, you have seen it before. It's a proof that you are not the best. But no worry, as I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without one. Each doing the best to it. understand what the sun say was right. The wind repeated, yes, Sam, you're right. Now I understand. Everybody is different and has unique role and contribution to the world. It's important not to think that you are better than anybody else. Sorry for my rude behavior, Sam. The sun repeated. No problem, brother. It's a good if you understand. Now we have to work as a team. That you might make of the strength. Audience. Finally, the sun and the wind get along together. All the weather work in harmony. Each doing the task best to them. Each appreciating toward the other. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. That was the performance from participant number 17. Now let's invite participant number 80, Angelia Ramadhani. For participant number 18, are you ready?
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Time is yours.
Good morning, the honorable judges and all audience, and good morning, my friends. In this next day, I will tell you a story entitled The Wind and the Sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the wind were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective weather on earth. Then the boss spoke and declared, "Hi, son, you know that I'm the strongest and most effective of all the weathers. When people feel hot, they will badly with me. When I give out even only a little of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, I think all weather are equally strong and effective. I can myself judge on earth. If I want, rain can cause a huge flood. So it's only that have a power." The wind sighed. "No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow it my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scared because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and the sea kept arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of all the weathers. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all the weather were effective, useful for all people in the world. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and challenged the sun to compete to show who the strongest weather was. The sun agreed. Wind said, "Okay, sun, now you are. Look how strong I am. You will be I. The chaos happened because of me." And so the wind blew and blew upon the earth. Ooh, ooh, creating a light breeze and then massive gales that swept across the lands below. Everyone gets cold. After minutes of blowing, the wind had managed to cause a great deal of gas. Next, it was the turn of the sun. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now mind your eyes. You will see what I can do. The craters below there." The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up in the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. They removed their shoes, then their socks, then their jacket. Saying this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the son had won the competition and proved himself to be the most effective of all the winners. The wind said, "No, no, I cannot believe it. You can beat me, son. No." The son sighed. "Well, wind, you have said before. It's a proof that you are not the best. But no worry. As I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. Each of us does an important job." The wind thought of the sun's word. He started to understand that what the sun said was right. The wind replied, "Yes, son, you are right. No, I understand. Everybody is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. It's important not to think that you are better than anybody else. Sorry for my behavior, son." The son replied, "No problem, brother. It's so good if you understand it. Now we have to work as a team so that you might make of strangers of dust around you." Well, audience, finally, the wind and the sun can get along together. If all the weathers work in harmony, each doing the task best fit together, each appreciating the work of the other. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you so much, Angelia Ramadhani.
Next, we invite participant number 19, Niputu Eki Filiana Giri. Are you ready?
Ready?
Okay, for participant number 19, time is yours.
Om Swastiastu. Hello everybody, let me introduce myself. My name is Niputu Ekpenagiri. I'm a contestant from SD Mutiara in 5th grade. Today, I want to tell you a nice story. The title is The Golden Slug. Listen please, The Golden Slug. In the ancient time, lived a young man named Galaran. He was respected because of his wealth and honor. His parents were noblemen, so he could live with luxury. However, he was very wasteful and every day just wasted the wealth of his parents. One day, his parents died, but he did not care and continued to spend money as well as before. Because his life was so extravagant. All the treasure that he had was running out, and he became an unemployed person. Many people sympathized with him and offered job. But every time he got a job, he was very lazy and it made him always be fired. Several months later, there was a wealthy widow who interested him. The widow said, "Oh, young man, I'm falling in love with you. Would you like to be my husband? I have a lot of wealth and money, so you don't need to work again." In his mind, Galawan thought, I'll be rich again if I marry this widow. So that Galawan accepted the widow's offer. "All right, I'll be your husband," said Galawan. Then he married the widow, and of course, he was very happy to be living in luxury again. The widow had a daughter who was very diligent and clever at wit. Her name is Jambian, a beautiful girl who had been famous because of her weaving. However, Galaran did not like the girl because the girl often scolded him because his laziness. Finally, he threatened to hurt and kill Jambian.
He revealed the plan to his wife. I don't like your daughter. If you still want to be with me, you need to agree if I killed her. The wife was so sad to hear of the threat. Oh, my dear husband, why do you say so? It made my heart was full of sadness. Jambian was my only daughter. Hearing the news, Jambian was very sad, but she volunteered herself to be killed by her father. I don't want to leave you, Mom, but I want to see you happy, Jambian begged. Oh, my dear, replied Jambian's mother. Jambian suddenly replied, It's okay, Mom. Just dump me into a dam, and please do not bury me under the ground. Her mother agreed and did all of her wants. In the dam, her body and head suddenly turned into a golden slug. Several years later, there were two widows who were looking for firewood. They were siblings. The first widow named Mbok Sambega Rondo, and the second called Mbok Rondo Sembagil. When they're looking for firewood in the jungle, they're very surprised because of finding a beautiful golden slug. Oh my God! This slug is very beautiful! Let's take it to our home. The two widows stayed happily. Then they brought the slug and took care of it at home. Once they brought the snails, there was always a miracle every day. Their kitchen was always filled with a delicious food when they came home from work. They're very surprised and want to know the perfect food. They pretended to go to work and hide in the back of the house. A few moments later, there was a beautiful girl came from the inside of the slug, and she began to cook a delicious meal. Both widows then secretly helped and did not let the girl get into this meal anymore. The girl apparently was Jambian, who had been killed by her father. Both widows then allowed her to stay with them. Because of her skillfulness in weaving, she got her famous back and made a handsome prince attracted. In the end, she met the prince and lived happily. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your attention and goodbye. Om Santi 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 Om. Thank you.
Thank you for your performance, participant number 19. Next, we invite participant number 20. Naomi Kailan Audrelia Sandy. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay, this stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the time that is given to me with of art. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Naomi Kailan Audrelia Sandy, and I'm from SD Negeri 1 Banyumas. I would like to about a story about the wind and sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a chat. We were still talking about who was the strongest and effective of all the widows. Then was full when the Hi son, you know that I am the strongest and effective of all the widows. When people feel hot, they will barely hear me. When I get hot, even more of a little energy, our things in the earth will be gone away. It was said of me. The sun. Well, May, I think our weather applies strong and effective. I can make a super job on her if I want. Red can cut a you. So it's not only you that have the power. No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I got my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane. Everyone is scared because of me. They deny it.
The wind and the sun are arguing about who was the strongest and the enemies of all the gods. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that our weather were effective and useful for all people in the world. Losing temper, the wind or force and telling the sun to compete to show who was the strongest weather was. The sun again. Something. Okay, son, now you watch. Look, what's wrong again? You will see the curse from me. And so blew and blew upon the earth, making a large bridge and massive across the landscape. And when they were caught as the means of blowing, the wind had managed to build of the chaos. Next is one turn of the sun. Well, wind, I have seen it. How strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to our country below there. The sun shone brightly in a clear sky, blue sky. Hitting up all the people, they got to take off their clothes. They remove their shorts, they remove their socks, they remove their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. They could not believe that the sun had won competition and proven himself to be most elegant of all the girls. The wind said, No, I don't believe it. You beat me, son. No. The sun said, Well, wind, you have seen it. It's proof that you're not the best, but no worry. As after you, every one of us useful. The big one of cannot be one. And your it's at the other. It's at the other. It's of important. Thus, the wind thought of the sun's successful. He started to understand that what the sun said was right. The wind quickly. Well, wind, I understand. Everybody is different and unique as well. The combination of work is important not to think that you are better than anybody else. Sorry for my rude behavior, sons. The son said, No problem, mother. It's good if you understand it. Now we have to work on the team so that you might make strength of the church around you. Well, audience, finally the sun and the wind get along together. All the weather were harmonic. It's going to text the ship there. It's appreciating the work of another. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naomi, Kyle, and Aurelia Sandy.
Okay, next we invite participant number 21, Kadek Dwi Wulandari. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, for participant number 21, time is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the time that is given to me. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kadek Dwi Wulandari, and I am from SD Negeri 1 Banyuwangi. In this time, I want to tell a story about the wind and the sun. One day, in the clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and most effective of all the wind. Then, the boastful wind declared, Hi, son, you know that I am the strongest and most effective of all the wind. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. When I give up, even only a little of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me. The sun replied calmly. Well, wind, I think all weather are equally strong and effective. I can make a single jump on earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge storm. So, it's not only you that have a power. The wind said, No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me.
You can ignite the flag. The sun and the wind. The wind and the sun kept arguing about who was the strongest and most effective of all the wind. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all weather were effective and useful for all people in the world. Losing temper, the wind finally got furious and jumped the sun to compete to show who the strongest leader was. The sun agreed. Wind said, "Okay, sun, now you watch. Look how strong I am. You will see the chaos upon because of me." And so the wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze and then massive gales that swept across the landscape. Everyone gets cold. After minutes of blowing, the wind had managed to cause a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to all creators below again." The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. They removed their shoes, then their socks, then their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun had won the competition and proven himself to be the most effective of all the wind. The wind said, "No, no, I cannot believe it. You can't beat me, sun. No." The sun said, "Well, wind, you have seen it before. It's a proof. You are not the best. But no worry. As I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one without the other. Each of us does important job." The wind thought of the sun's words. He started to understand that what the sun said was right. The wind replied, "Yes, sun, you are right. Now I understand. Everybody is different and has its unique role and contribution to the world. It is important not to think that you are better than anybody else. Sorry for my rude behavior, son." The sun replied, "No problem, brother. It's good if you understand. Now we have to work as a team so that we might make the most of the strength of God's earth." Well, audience, finally the sun and the wind can get along together. All we do work in harmony. It's doing the tasks that suit you. It's appreciating the work of the earth. Thank you.
What a performance from participant number 21. Thank you. Next, we invite participant number 22, Nikade Indira Paramita. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Indira. In this occasion, I will present a story with a title, "The Wind and the Sun." Listen, a story, "The Wind and the Sun." One day, in a clear sky morning, the sun and the moon were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the
Thank you so much, participant number 22.
And next, we invite participant number 23, Putu Tian Dema Putri. For participant
All right, check sound.
Are you ready?
Yes, check sound, check sound. Is the sound, is anybody can hear the sound?
Yes,
I can.
Okay, good. Yeah, Tian, please welcome.
Time is yours.
The participant and the honorable all ladies and gentlemen. I'm Putu Tianema Putri, grade 6 from elementary school Kwandi. Do you all like listening to the story? All right, now I would like to tell you a story about the wind and the sun. Please listen. Once upon a time, the wind and the sun were debating about was the greatest of all. The wind fell. It was the greatest than the sun. Just then came a young man walking across the street. Then the wind said to the sun, "Sun, let's use my power to perform something." Then the wind blew its wings to the man until the man felt very cold. Then the man tightened his cloak. Then the wind blew again even harder. Then the man put on his jacket. Plus, the wind used the power to blow very hard. And the man was feeling scared ran into the house. Then the wind was lying happily, showing his greatest power to the sun. "Hi, son. Now you see how strong I am." "Ho, ho, ho." Sun replied, "Hi, wind, do not hurt yourself. You see now how strong I am." Then sun shone a pleasing light. It meets the man until it meets the man feeling hot and out from the house. The sun again shone its light even harder. The man took off his clothes, drank lots of water. The wind was lying happily. Then and the wind was well, the moral value that we can learn are do not be so proud of yourself. Everyone has one power together. Harmony. 2. Do not underestimate others. 3. Be good to everyone because the more you have friends, the more you learn about life. That's a story about the wind and the sun. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm Putu Chandema Putri. Thank you very much for your attention. See you and bye.
Okay, thank you for your performance, participant number 23. Next, we invite participant number 24, Putu Dewi Suryan. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's start.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Devi. I'm grade 5 of SD 4 Panji. Today, I'd like to tell you the story about the wind and the sun. One day in the morning, sun and the moon were talking about who was the strongest and the most effective of all the leaders. Suddenly, the wind said, "You know, the strongest and the most effective of all the leaders." Then the sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think our leaders are strong and effective. If I want, I can make severe drought on earth and the rain. I can make a whole flood. So it's not only you that have a power." The wind said, the wind said, "No, my son, I'm the strongest and the most effective. If I want, I can blow everything. Don't you know what? With I blow my superpower, the tornado and hurricane." The people are scared to me. Both of them different opinion. Finally, both of them show what their power in the competition. The wind said, "Okay, son, you look how strong I am. You will see, cause of me, the wind blew and created a lake breeze and massive gales that swept across across the land below. After minutes of blowing, the people got flu. Next, it was Sun's turn. The sun said, "Well, Wind, I have how strong you are. It is my turn. You will see what I can do to all creatures below there." The sun soon wriggly the clear blue sky and heating up the earth until the people to take off their power, clothes, soup, and shoes. Seeing the situation, the wind was angry. The winner was sun. The wind said, "No, I can't do it. You can't beat me, no." The sun said, "Rick, wind, you have been before. It's proof that you are not the bad." The wind said, "You are Rick, son. I'm so sorry, my wrong." The wind relayed his bad behavior and sun forgive him. Finally, all the widows worked in harmony. Great audition. That's all the story about the wind and the sun. Thank you for your attention. Om Santi, 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 Om.
Good. Thank you so much for your performance, participant number 20.
Okay, next. It's time for participant number 25, Made Erina Maharani. Are you ready? For participant number 25,
Kedengaran suara ibu masuk.
are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Time is yours, please.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Erina. I am grade 6 of Se-Kabupaten. Today, I'd like to tell you the story about the wind and the sun. One day, in the morning, the sun and the moon were talking about who was the strongest and most effective leader on earth. Suddenly, the wind said, "Sun, you know, I am a strong and more of the weather." Then the sun replied, "Well, wind, I think all weather are strong and effective. If I want, I can make severe drought on earth, and the rain can make a huge flood. So it's not only you has a power." The wind said, "Sun, is the leader. Quickly. Oh, what happens when I blow with my superpower? The sun and people are scared too. Both of them shoot their power. Both of them have different opinions. Both of them shoot their power in the competition." The wind said, "Okay, son. Now you look how strong I am. You will see the chaos of me." The wind blew and created a rough breeze and music that swept across the land below. Of blowing, the people got fluid. Next, it was Sun's turn. The sun said, "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now it is my turn. You will see what I can do to all creatures below there." The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky and heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes, socks, and shoes. Seeing the situation, the wind was free. The wind was the sun. The wind said, "No, no, you cannot beat me, no." The sun said, "Bright wind, you have seen before. It proves you are not the best. Every one of us is useful." The wind said, "You're right, son. I'm so sorry for my mistake." The wind his bad behavior, and the sun forgive him. Finally, the weather worked in harmony. Okay, everyone, that's all the story about the wind and the sun. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay, what a performance from participant number 25. Now let's invite participant number 26, Made Sasmita Giantara. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's begin.
Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, and all of my friends, my name is Made Sasmita Giantara. I'd like to tell you a story about the Legend of Singaraja. Oh.
Hello, can you please turn on your camera? For participant number 26, can you please turn on your camera?
Sebentar, 26 sebentar, masih ada gangguan. Sebentar, masih ada gangguan. Ya, oke. Bisa sekarang? Oh, bisa sekarang.
I'm sorry, there seems to be some technical issues for participant number 26. While you wait, you can go to the restroom or buy some snacks.
Honorable judges.
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start.
Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, and all of my friends, my name is Made Sasmita Giantara. I'd like to tell you a story about the Legend of Singaraja. Sri Sagening was the king of Kungkung Kingdom, Bali. Had a lot of wives. His last wife was Nilopasa. She most beautiful wife, and that made the other wife were jealous to her. They often told bad things about Nilopasa to the king. Sadly, the king was influenced. One day, he finally asked Nilopasa to leave the palace. The king said, "Hey Nilopasa, you are really a bad woman. I have really given you everything. But how come that you cheat on me? I'm really disappointed. Now you go. Leave this place. Lopasa replied. But I didn't do anything, Idaratu. I'm really loyal to you. Then the king said, Stop talking, Lopasa. I will not listen to you anymore. Now you go. Go away. Nilopasa was very sad, but she had no other choice. She became even more depressed when she knew that she was pregnant. After a long and tiring journey, finally, Nilopasa arrived at a village. Luckily, there was an old man who felt very sorry with her condition. His name was Jelantik Bogol. He was a holy man and had a supernatural power. At last, he married Nilopasa. And when the baby was born, Jelantik Bogol named him I Gusti Gede. He loved I Gusti Gede just like his own son. It was thought that I Gusti Gede grew up as a strong man. He also mastered a lot of skills such as martial arts and supernatural power. One day, his stepfather asked him to go to the jungle in Danhill. Jelantik Bogol said, My son, Gusti Gede, it was your time now to go to the jungle of Danhill. It was the place where your mother was born. If you are successful to find this place, you can get supernatural power. Yes, father, I will do what you say, said Gusti Gede. Before he left, his stepfather gave him two weapons, the spear and the keris. I Gusti Gede took it. He went to the jungle of Danhill and meditated. While he was meditating, a spirit of the jungle came to him. Ho, 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 ho. You will be a great king. Go to Panumbang Beach and help the people there. Ho, 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 ho. I Gusti Gede then continued his journey. When he arrived at Panumbangan Beach, there was an incident. There's a ship from Bugis sinking at the beach. The people had tried to help, but they did not succeed. Seeing this, I Gusti Gede wanted to help. He asked the people to stay away from the ship. He prayed and took out his weapons. Suddenly, two big spirits came out, the spear and the keris. I Gusti Gede asked the spirits to pull the ship back to sea. My Lord, the Holy Spirits, please help these people here. Pull the ship from the beach. Slowly, the spirit pulled the ship, and just a minute, the ship just back to the sea. The owner was very happy. As a reward, he gave some wealth to I Gusti Gede. People were amazed with his power. Then they named him was I Gusti Panji Sakti. After helping the sinking boat, I Gusti Panji Sakti went back to the Danhill. He started to build a village there. People came one by one. Slowly, the village was getting bigger and became a kingdom. I Gusti Panji Sakti became the king and he named the kingdom as Sukasada. Soon, Sukasada became a big kingdom. I Gusti Panji Sakti planned to make another kingdom. he opened up a new area full of Buleleng trees. Therefore, he named the kingdom as Buleleng Kingdom. He also built a great palace there. People name it Singaraja. Singa means lion and Raja means king. With his power, Ki Gusti Pancasakti was like a lion. He always protected from bad people. He always protected his people from bad people. While he was the king, Buleleng Kingdom was safe and prosperous. My friends, the moral lesson of this story is good deeds will bring good results. That's all about my story. I hope you like it. Thank you.
I'm sorry for participant number 26, but time is already up.
Okay. Now it's time for participant number 27.
Kan udah
Ide
selesai.
Ayu Putu Jessica
Pas ya.
M. Wardani. Are you ready? For participant number 27, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, time is yours.
Good morning, the honorable judges. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ida Ayu Putu Jessica Kesawardani. I'm a student of Triamarta Elementary School. Today, I want to tell you a story entitled The Wind and the Sun. One day, in a clear sky morning, the wind and the sun were having a talk. They were busy talking about who was the strongest and the most effective weather on earth. Then, the boastful wind declared, "Hi, sun, you know that I am the strongest and the most effective weather on earth. When people feel hot, they will badly need me. When I give out even only a little of my energy, all the things in the earth will be blown away. Everyone is scared of me." The sun replied calmly, "Well, wind, I think our weather are equally strong and effective. I can make a severe drought on earth if I want. Rain can cause a huge flood. So it's not only you that have a power." The wind said, "No way, son. I am still the strongest. Don't you see what happened when I blow with my superpower? The tornado, the hurricane, everything gets scattered because of me. You cannot deny the fact." The wind and the sun kept arguing about who was the strongest and the most effective weather on earth. The wind kept on telling that he was the strongest. On the other hand, the sun kept on telling that all weather are strong and effective. Losing temper, finally the wind got furious and challenged the sun to show who was the strongest weather on earth. The sun agreed. The wind said, "Okay, sun, now you watch. Look how strong I am. You will see the chaos happening because of me." And so the wind blew and blew upon the earth, creating a light breeze and gales massive that swept across the lands below. Everyone gets cold. After minutes of blowing, the wind had managed a great deal of chaos. Next, it was the turn of the sun. The sun said, "Well, wind, I have seen how strong you are. Now, mind your eyes. You will see what I can do to all creatures below there." And so the sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, heating up the earth until the people began to take off their clothes. They removed their shoes, then their socks, then their jackets. Seeing this, the wind grew very angry. He could not believe that the sun had won the competition and proven himself to be the most effective weather on earth. The wind said, "No way, sun. You can't beat me, sun. No." The sun said, "Well, wind, you have seen it before. It's a proof that you are not the best. But no worry, as I told you, every one of us is useful. There cannot be one of us without the other. Each of us is an important job."
The wind told the sun's words. He started to understand that the sun said was right. The wind replied, "Yes, son, you're right. Now I understand. Everybody is different and has unique role and contribution to the world. There cannot be one. It is important not to think that you are the best. Sorry for my rude behavior, son." The son replied, "No problem, brother. It's good if you understand it. Now we have to work as a team." Well, audience, finally the wind and the sun can get along together. Each doing the task best suited to them, each appreciating the work of the other. Thank you for attention.
Okay. Thank you for your performance.
Thank you so much for your performance. Participant number 27. Okay. Finally, we all have arrived to our last participant. For participant number 28, the time is yours. Participant number 28, are you ready?
Kade Ayu Karunia Dewi. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, the time is yours.
Good morning, the honorable judges. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kade Ayu Karunia Dewi. You can call me Nia. Now I'm going to tell you a story entitled The Golden Slug. In the ancient time, lived a young man named Galoran. He was respected because of his wealth and honor. His parents were noblemen, so he could live with luxury. However, he was very wasteful and every day just wasted the wealth of his parents. One day, his parents died, but he did not care and continued to spend money as well as before. Because his life was so extravagant, all the treasure that he has was running out, and he became an unemployed person. Many people sympathized with him and offered him a job, but every time he got a job, he was very lazy. It made him always be fired. Several months later, there was a wealthy widow who was interested in him. The widow said, "Oh, young man, I'm falling in love with you. Would you be my husband? I have a lot of wealth and money, so you don't need to work again." In his mind, Galoran thought, "I have a great idea. I will be rich again if I marry this widow." So then Galoran accepted the widow's offer. "All right, I will be your husband," said Galoran. Then he married the widow. And of course, he was very happy to be living in luxury again. The widow had a daughter who was very diligent and clever to weave. Her name was Jambean, a beautiful girl and popular because of his weaving. However, Galoran did not like the girl because the girl often scolded him because of his laziness. Finally, he threatened to hurt and kill Jambean. He revealed his plan to his wife. "I don't like your daughter. If she still wants to be with me, you have to agree if I kill her." The wife was very sad to hear that threat. "Oh, dear husband, why do you say so? It made my heart full of sadness." Hearing the news, Jambean was very sad, but she volunteered herself to be killed by her father. "I don't want to leave you, Mom, but I want to see you happy," said Jambean. "Oh dear," replied Jambean's mother. Jambean suddenly replied, "It's okay, Mom, just dump me into a dam, but please don't bury me under the ground." And then the mother agreed and do all of her wants. In the dam, Jambean's body and head suddenly turned into a golden slug. Several years later, there are two widows who are looking for firewood. The first widow named Bosembegarondo, and the second named Borondo Sembagil. They were looking for firewood at the jungle. They were very surprised of finding the golden slug. "Oh my God, this slug is very beautiful. Let's take it to our home," the two widows said happily. And then they brought the slug home. They took care of it at their house. When after they took care of it, there were always a miracle every day. In the kitchen, they were always filled with delicious food. When they came home from work, they were very surprised and they want to know who the person. They pretended to go to work. They hid behind their house. And then, second later, there was a beautiful girl came out from the slug. The girl was Jambean, who had been killed by her father. Then she started to cook meals for them. Then two widows then secretly held her and did not let the girl to the snail anymore. Because of his skillfulness of weaving, he got her famous back and got a handsome prince attracted. In the end, she married the prince and lived happily ever after. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.
So much.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of our contest for today. While waiting for the result, we
Recording
invite you to
stopped.
have a break and free session.
Thank you so much for your attention and participation, and have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Om Santi Santi Santi. Bye.
Bye.
Look, Lucy, look.